Peter Obi versus Kwankwaso, one political skill makes the difference. In one of my recent videos, I talked about Peter Obi moving to the ADC and how I felt he was a greenhorn and his move to the ADC was not very well thought out. And a lot of obedience came for me, they insulted me, they said this and that. Obi knows what he's doing. Obi is a smart politician. He has a deal, this and that. Because I was thinking, how would you come to the ADC without having a deal, without having an agreement? Coming to a place where there is an article, there is all those other big politicians, and you are coming there and you want to grab the presidential ticket. Now, a scenario just like that is about to play out with Kwankwaso. In that video, I talked about Peter Obi pairing up with Kwankwaso. Now, this is where I draw the difference between Obi and Kwankwaso and how I see them as politicians. Who is a better politician? Now, in the Vanguard newspaper today, I saw a headline that says Kwankwaso gives conditions to join the APC. When I read that article, it said that, Kwankwaso has given conditions that he will not join the APC without a clear plan and agreement. He wants to know what, the APC has for him, what, his followers will benefit. He wants to know what the government of Kano State, which is the ruling party, would benefit from him going to the APC. He has told them that he will not go without an agreement, that they should have an agreement before he joins the APC. That is the skill of a seasoned politician. To be able to sit and realize that you need to have something to leverage on. That if you have this kind of influence, then you need to leverage on it, which Peter Obi does not have. I said it in that video and a lot of obedience came at me. Peter Obi went to the ADC. With the whole politicking in the ADC, Peter Obi jumped into that ship without an agreement, without a deal, without clearly stating what he wants, what he needs. If this does not work, what I can fall back on. He just went there and started demanding, not him directly, but his followers, the obedience, they started demanding that he should be given the ticket. How can you think that an Atiku spent his time, resources, and everything to get that party, as in to be rooted in that party, will just hand over the presidential ticket to an Obi who just came in? I don't know. Look, the obedience use sentiments, they use, emotions and attacks and all those things to try to bamboozle their way into, getting what they want. But that is not how politics is played. You have heard so many times that there are no permanent enemies and friends in politics. Kwankwaso has just showed you that by telling the APC that, look, if you want me with you, then we have to have an agreement. We have to have a roadmap to how it works. I will join you, but I will get this, this, and this. I will join you, my people, my supporters, my followers, the people of Kano State will get this, this, and this. If I join you, the government of Kano State will be, at this level with you and all that. Now, with that kind of leverage, and with Kwankwaso joining the APC, if it finally happens, because I know the Tinubu that we have, the master strategist, will not let an opportunity like that, pass by. Would not let a Kwankwaso that controls Kano, one of the big political states in Nigeria, would not let that opportunity just pass away. Tinubu will do whatever it takes to get Kwankwaso on his side. And if Kwankwaso eventually comes on Tinubu's side, on the APC side, then forget about the 2027 elections, the presidential elections. Just forget about it. It's all done. If Kwankwaso ties the knot with APC, then Atiku, Obi, any other person should just forget about the 2027 presidential elections because it's all already, in the APC bag. That is the political calculation. If you know politics, then you know that, then if ADC does not want this to happen, they need to do something real quick. Atiku and the rest, they need to do something real quick to get Kwankwaso on their side. But it's not visible. It can't work. The ADC train cannot work because Atiku will not relinquish that position of getting the presidential ticket to an Obi because an Atiku and a Kwankwaso would not work. Two northerners and all that will not work. So it has to be a southerner and a northerner, which would be an Obi and possibly a Kwankwaso. But Atiku will not allow that because he has spent a lot. Time is, not on his side. He has spent his resources, his time and everything to get that political party and to get rooted there. So what are the options? That is why you see that Kwankwaso has made a 360. Before he was saying anywhere he's going to, he had to either be, the presidential flag bearer or the running mate. But now he has turned because he's a seasoned politician. He knows what it entails to survive in the political terrain in Nigeria. He has made a U-turn and said, okay, I would come to the APC, but we have to have an agreement. There has to be a roadmap of how it works for me, for you, for all of us, so that there will not be any gray areas. So that is why I say Peter Obi is a greenhorn. He's not seriously rooted in politics, Nigerian politics. And people like Kwankwaso and others are rooted because they know what it takes and they know what they can give to get what they want. It's not all the shouts, all the threats, all the antics and all that will get a presidential ticket for an Obi. It's strategical thinking, strategical gameplay, analyzing the situation, looking at the political terrain and knowing where to go and where not to go and knowing who to cut to your side and who not to cut to your side and knowing different things. A lot of things come into play. If you go to this side, I need to go, a little bit lower. If I have to go to this side, then I have to go on top. There are a lot of things. So my take is this. If Kwankwaso, Rabiu Kwankwaso of the NNPP finally goes to the APC, then it's a done deal. The APC would have won the 2027 presidential elections because if Kano State adds to the other states that have joined the APC, then what's left? That's my take. Till I come away next time, please like, share, follow, and do drop your comments. Doing all this will definitely help make the channel grow. See you all next time. Bye-bye.
Silver Squad Channel.